Hi everybody, Sanbanana. Welcome to my channel. Do make sure that you are subscribed and also do like the video. Listen, this is the second video I'm posting today, and we were talking about mom kids, and you all know, you guys, and all of the stories that we do about mom kids, they're always interesting. So do check out that video. Now, make sure that you are subscribed and also do like this video. When I did a story of Mr. Mkhwanazi, okay, waking up that one Sunday, remember there is a Sunday when Mkhwanazi woke up and was like, I'm not going to church today. Instead, I'm going to preach to the journalist. And boy, did he preach. He was preaching all kinds of corruption, okay? It was an interesting Sunday that we got that Sunday. Now, you guys, when I was posting about that story, there were few, maybe like a couple, okay, of people that had come into the comment section and said, listen, we are about to find out that this whole thing has something to do with Thabo Bester. And I was like, okay, listen, I know South Africa is a movie, but I think we are just pushing it right now. We so want, all these politicians to have something to do with the Thabo Bester situation that now we are just imagining things. But listen, those viewers were correct, because I am going to do a story for you that mentions Thabo Bester. Okay, now let's go back a little bit to the Mkhwanazi situation. When Mkhwanazi was exposing, okay, the politicians that are allegedly corrupt, okay, he spoke of Mr. Brown Mogotsi, okay, so that I don't pronounce Mogotsi incorrectly, because I'm just excited about Umkosi. Let's call him Mr. Brown. Okay, so there was a mention of Mr. Brown Mogotsi, where Mr. Mkhwanazi was saying there is this person that is always sending me information, talking about things that only the members of South African police services should know. Sometimes he be saying he's at the same place as the minister, and I'm like, what are you doing? Are you the minister's side chick or something? Okay. And Mkhwanazi was saying, I don't know who this person is, but he says that he's Mr. Brown. Okay. Now that Mr. Brown has said a little bit too much, okay, because he has mentioned the Thabo Bester, okay, and he says, okay, that he took part in the arrest of Thabo Bester. Can you imagine? And him in the police. Listen, okay, the movie doesn't end, okay? So we're going to read the story written on the Sunday World by Setumo Stone that says, okay, this is Mr. Brown saying, I smoked out fugitive Thabo Bester. Did we not? Were we not out here saying, oh my God, thank you so much to our South African police. They have found Thabo Bester and arrested him. Didn't we say that? We were supposed to say, thank God Mr. Brown found Thabo Bester, apparently. Okay? Because okay, let me not say this one that I'm going to say. Okay. By the way, you guys, just as a disclaimer, everybody that I talk about on my channel is a good person that goes to church, and on a good Sunday, they are preaching at church, okay? I know nothing of anybody being corrupt, okay? It be the Sunday world that is writing the story. So me, according to me, everybody that I talk about is a good person, okay? Understood? Yes. So this is what they are saying. Police Minister Usenzo Mchunu's alleged associate to Mr. Brown has let the cat out of the bag, claiming that he is an undercover police operative and was crucially involved in the dramatic arrest of a South African most notorious fugitive, Thabo Bester, in Tanzania. Speaking to the Sunday World amid a gag order as a witness at the looming Judicial Commissions of Inquiry into the police infiltration by a criminal syndicate, Mogotsi, who has no criminal record linked to the organized crime, briefly boasted about his undercover exploits. You will be surprised. I even participated in the 90% or for us to arrest Thabo Bester, okay? Somebody that is not the police officer is saying he was part of, okay? He contributed 90%. He contributed 90% to the work that led to Thabo Bester being arrested. Okay. Listen, we're joking, South Africa. Like, honestly, like, I'm the one who was in Tanzania, he said, painting a picture of the clock and Denga operation that led to Bester and his lover, Dr. Nandipa Makudumana's arrest in 2023. At this point, I just want Mr. Mogotsi to write a book or something because I just feel like he has a lot to tell. Okay. Mr. Brown, whose name has become synonymous with the swelling allegations of the police corruption that sank Mchunu following a bombshell media briefing by KwaZulu-Natal police boss Lieutenant Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, jetted in and out of Mozambique this week, seemingly as part of his covert assignment. Okay? Listen, you guys, okay? They are saying that the allegations sank Mr. Mchunu. I don't believe that the allegations sank on Mr. Mchunu, guys, okay? Mr. Mchunu was put on leave, okay? It wasn't a sinking of Mr. Mchunu. It was like a sprinkle. They just sprinkled something on him, okay? He hasn't sunk at all, okay? If he had sunk, okay, he would be there by the prison, next door to Thabo Bester. But they just did a sprinkle on him, okay? They're just waiting for us to forget about the story and they put him back in position, okay? Upon his return, Mr. Brown refrained from commenting on the explosive claims, citing his obligation to maintain confidentiality, okay? Someone must have called and said, listen, yeah, understand. Okay. He declined to comment on the allegations of infiltration of SAPS for the nefarious purposes, stating that he was scheduled to testify before the Judicial Commission of Inquiry, which President Cyril Ramaphosa announced last Sunday to scrutinize Mkhwanazi's chilling allegation implicating the politicians, the judges, and prosecutors. In the recent interview with SABC, Mr. Brown confirmed that he was not a police officer. Okay? No, I'm not a police officer. I've been around my sister with my underground experience. So he was like, listen, I'm not a police officer, but I've been around my sister. Okay? I've been around. Okay? Listen, when you call somebody my sister, you're about to get comfortable. So I like that because he's about to tell us more when he says, listen, my sister, I've been around. Okay? No, I'm not a police officer. I've been around my sister. With my undercover or underground experience or underground operations, I'll be able to share on the right platform who Brown Mogotsi really is. Okay? Listen, he went and referred to himself as a third person. A source within proximity to some of the country's top cops said that his information was that Mr. Brown got enlisted as an informant for crime intelligence in 2009. Okay. A former senior crime intelligence operative speaking to Sunday World said Mogotsi's decision to unmask himself was a strategic move. He needs to manage the narrative about his undercover police work. If he leaves it for the commission, he'll just be reacting and won't get to shape his own story. The person said that the informants were often recruited based on their connection to criminal syndicates and eventually became state witnesses when the targets had been nabbed. Under the circumstances, the fact that the informant would have a past criminal record cannot be used to discredit their testimony, the person added. Okay, the justice system is such an interesting thing, you guys, because even when you are looking for a job, they want to know if you have criminal history. You're just looking to be an administrator at the company. Okay, answer a phone call, okay, write a few kind regards. They be wanting to know if you have a criminal record. But in South Africa, we don't mind. I mean, you can help us to arrest some criminals and go and testify in court. It does not matter if you have a criminal record, okay? We will still think that you are very, very credible, okay? The Sunday World sources in the security cluster revealed that Mr. Brown only had 3 criminal cases recorded with the police, none of them related to the organized crime. In 2013, he was a complainant in an SEX offense. The case was registered in Mafikeng, the provincial capital of Northwest. In 2017, he was an accused in the fraud case in the Free State involving allegations of a forged check. In May this year, he was a complainant in a case of an AS with an intent to do grievous bodily harm GBH registered in Mahike. Times Life reported that Mr. Brown had previously been sentenced to 6 months for defeating the ends of justice, which expired in September 9, 2011. 6 months for the GBH expiring in November 26, 2011, and 3 to 5 years for AS. Okay. GBH and reckless and negligent driving expiring on November 30, 2016. Within ANC circles in the Northwest, whispers about Mogotsi's double life are nothing new. One well-placed source described him as a police informant who previously operated in lockstep with the former Mafikeng mayor turned provincial executive mayor member. Mogotsi has been working both sides for years, said the insider. Sources said that Mr. Brown has taken a keen interest in the ongoing court battle, questioning the legitimacy of the ANC Northwest Provincial Chairperson Unono Maloyi's 2022 election. Some have linked him to the so-called Revolutionary Council, the group credited with toppling ex-premier Supra Mahu Mapelo through leaders of the group were this week quick to distance themselves from him. Okay, so they associated with the Revolutionary Council, but the group distanced themselves from him. They're like, no, I just don't know Mr. Brown. Okay. Mr. Brown is now under intense scrutiny over the alleged political interference and ties to the organized crime since he was named by Mkhwanazi. Okay, Bruno has distanced himself from Mr. Brown, dismissing the assertions made in Parliament by Mkhwanazi that Mr. Brown was his associate. However, Mr. Mkhwanazi created a stir by associating Bruno with Mogotsi and businessman Vusi Ket Matlala, who has 360 million SAPS contract, which was abruptly cancelled, with a mysterious syndicate purportedly comprising senior politicians, politically stretching to former police minister Ubheke Cele. Okay. Listen, you guys. I do like the fact that we are talking so much about Mr. Brown, but sometimes it feels like a wife that just found out that their husband is cheating and they are hunting down the side chick, okay, to teach the side chick a lesson, okay? And the wife loses focus on the fact that the person that has betrayed you is your husband, the one that is sleeping right there on your bed. Okay, and then the wife is like, listen, when I find this side chick, I want to know everything about this side chick. And it's like, listen, that's not going to help you because you are still going to continue sleeping with the man that you are sleeping with. Shouldn't you be looking at the man next to you? You understand? So even for us, okay, Mkhwanazi, yes, Mr. Mkhwanazi mentioned Mr. Brown, okay, but the husband here is Mr. Mkhunu, okay, the minister, okay. So it looks like in South Africa we are interested in the side chick than the husband. When is the husband going to be investigated? Where are the articles that are talking about the husband? You understand what I'm saying? Okay, but the story about Mr. Brown is interesting though, okay. Mkhwanazi alleged that Mchunu disbanded the KwaZulu-Natal political killings tasked him to defeat the ends of justice, and that both Mogotsi and Matlala knew about the move before it happened. Okay, listen, you guys. For some reason, I am terrified of Mr. Matlala. But for some reason, I just want to hear more from Mr. Brown. Because Mr. Brown is just too relaxed about this whole situation from this article. Okay? I just want to listen to Mr. Brown. Okay, Matlala is notorious for his opulent lifestyle and high-flying government deals, and is currently locked up at Hoti Mampuru's C. Max prison, while his wife, Tsakani Matlala, is out on bail. Listen, you guys, the prison is very interesting. Okay, you have Thabo Bester, you have Matlala here. I mean, soon you might have maybe the minister. You understand how interesting it is? Soon they'll be having the president there too, okay? You never know, okay? His co-accused Umusekekana and Diego Floyd Mabusela remain behind bars. National Police spokesperson Atlanta Mata said that they don't comment on operational issues, okay? That's what's going on with Mr. Brown, okay? You wondering who Mr. Brown is. Mr. Brown said, listen, you don't need to know me, okay? You just need to know what I've done. And what I've done is I helped you to arrest Thabo Bester. In fact, I did 90%. I did 90% of the work. Listen, you guys. Maybe the next commissioner of police will be Mr. Brown at this point, okay? I'm just joking, you guys. I'm just joking. But our country, though. Our country. Okay? Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. But like I said, you guys, everybody that I spoke about on this video are good South African citizens that go to church, okay? You know, the worst that they do is preach at church or something, okay? This corruption that the Sunday World is talking about, I know nothing about this, okay? I'm just reading it, okay? I'm just reading it so that my reading can get better, okay? Anyway, thank you so much, you guys, for watching this video. Like it before Pumegona, share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Nginethanda kakhulu.